True fans live for their team. For those true U of A fans, there is Hughes Federal Credit Union. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, Arizona will unveil its new women's basketball coach in a press conference this afternoon. It is Adia Barnes, hired Monday. This was a name that we talked a lot about the last couple weeks. How do you think she fits?
Well, except for the fact she's never coached a game herself, I think.
Outside of that.
I mean, big time home run.
Yeah.
Who knows if she can coach a program by herself, though.
Right. I mean, this is the greatest player, arguably, in UA women's basketball history. Somebody who played in the WNBA, is still involved in the WNBA, was an assistant coach on a Final Four team. I mean, she ticks all the boxes, it seems like.
You know what? The thing that I remember about her was she used the term step off.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I talked to her maybe 3 or 4 times one year when they were really good, and she said, I still remember it, step off.
Wow.
About something that happened in the game. Right. Of course, that's a Seinfeld episode. Anything related to Seinfeld.
You'll take it. Well, it's interesting with her. I mean, Mission Bay High in San Diego, grew up playing with the boys, right?
Yeah, she was a tomboy by her own admission. The youngest of 3 kids. And she always was undersized, played center in her high school team at like 5'10", played power forward here at like 5'10 and a half, held her own and more. She was a hard ass.
Right, and she played in the WNBA.
She learned a new position in the NBA. She learned how to handle the ball and shoot. People forgot her in a hurry, I thought.
Yeah.
But that's typical in this community of women's basketball.
Sure.
But holy cow, she was really good.
The only criticism I have of this hire, Greg, is you usually want to hire somebody who's 180 degrees different from the person you just got rid of. You've replaced a first-time head coach who was an assistant at a good program with a first-time head coach who was an assistant at a good program. Am I reading too much into this?
That's a very obvious and good thing to say. I mean, you had to get somebody different. I think she is different because she's got a hard edge. Right. Sorry, Rich Rod. But she does. I saw her play. And everybody who saw her knows that. There was a toughness to her. Right. And she'll know a good player when she sees one. I don't think Nia Butts did. That's
really interesting. With Adia Barnes, Greg, how much value do you put in knowing Tucson? Because to me, I would put a lot to it. This can be a hard place to live if you're a newcomer.
Right. She was here for 4 years. So, and she wasn't an easy person to coach at the beginning. Right. She was late all the time. She had to run laps all the time. She learned it as she went. And she wasn't a good student when she came, and she left as a 3-point student.
Wow.
So she grew here, and I bet she just revels in how much she grew here, and that's her whole base.
Right, right. And you know what? She knows where McHale is. She knows what Arizona's history is. I mean, because she is Arizona's history. She knows where the women's basketball program stands within the community. These are things a first-time head coach from somewhere else would have to learn.
And I think the other coaches in the Pac-12 will look and go, oh man, she could be trouble. Really? I don't think they said that when Nia Butts took over.
That's a really, really interesting point. Well, Adia Barnes will be introduced at 4:30 today. I'm sure that she will tell Greg to step off a couple times in that press conference.
Step off, Jimmy.
That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook. For Greg Hansen, I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
True fans live for their team. They buy the gear, they order the tickets, they pay for the seats and the experiences. For those true U of A fans, thankfully there is Hughes Federal Credit Union, offering the latest payment choices such as U of A debit cards, paying online, paying a friend with pop money, or using Apple Pay with your mobile phone. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.